welcome everyone to another exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. We'll see the Miami Heat defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. This their first chance this season playing the Pacers. This team matched up so well during the regular season last year, splitting their 4 games. This should be a terrific battle.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split.
Here we go.
And the Pacers start off with the ball. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Monte and George filling out the perimeter. Young and Turner up front. And it's Teague in at the guard position. Kept alive. Kicks it out to Ellis. And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
Screen by Young. Here's George. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Last season, Paul George getting back to the All-Star game. I mean, well documented, going through that awful compound fracture in his leg, and said that that All-Star appearance was the most meaningful one of his career, and one of my favorite players and people in our game. It's just really great to see him back and playing at such a high level.
They throw good, Paul George. And the Pacers asking George to play more power forward last season. He was a little apprehensive, I think, Greg, initially, especially coming off that injury.
Yeah, and he ended up mostly guarding on the wing. They let C.J. Miles do the dirty work on the block, but the extra space afforded by their spread-out attack allowed him to flourish at the offensive end.
That one is no good.
And the Pacers really, for so long, kind of defined that old-school, plotting, defensive-oriented team, and then they just flipped the script last season. I mean, completely reinventing themselves, playing much of that season with 4 perimeter players on the court and finding ways to be successful at doing it. Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second-chance points can add up. Right side a screen. Dragic dishes to Waiters. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. And the Pacers had great success in the past, but they just felt they couldn't score enough with the 2 big men clogging up the middle.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is that even going smaller, they were still a top 5 defensive team. They found some big men who can shoot from the perimeter now, and what you like is that they have flexibility in terms of their style of play.
Now Dragic, Paul George missing from long range. Whiteside sets the pick for Dragic. The feed now to Whiteside. Can't capitalize on the good screen. For Indiana, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Dragic against T. Back to George. And it's George again missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Dragic the pass to Winslow. Waiters with the screen for Whiteside. Pass to Dragic. Dishes to Waiters. 6 on the shot clock. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Indiana's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. George with the ball. Now guarded by Winslow. And Turner kicks to Young. The dish to T. The shot will not fall. Dragic with some nice D. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Winslow dishes to Waiters. He kicks it to Dragic. Right side a screen. From deep 3-point range. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. From deep. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Pacers lead by 1. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. And when you consider how the Pacers are doing, guys, what do you think?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yeah, you see they're attacking from all angles and carving out position in the paint, racing in from the perimeter. You have to box out everyone.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. Lavoy Allen out there with C.J. Miles. Then there's Rodney Stuckey. Then there's Al Jefferson. And it's Brooks in at the 1 spot. He dishes it to Allen. Here's Miles, and Whiteside sends it back.
Well, those kind of shots should come with a warning label. Caution, Hassan Whiteside is around. He's simply one of the best shot blockers in the league.
We know the household names, LeBron, Curry, but for your money, who are some of the more underrated players in this NBA?
One guy that I love to watch, especially when it comes down to the fourth quarter time, Kevin, is Kemba Walker in Charlotte. Over the past couple seasons, he's been one of the best clutch performers in the NBA. So if my league pass is on, I'm watching some Kemba Walker.
That's a good name. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, the Miami Heat is still relevant in the East. The team made some excellent roster moves to bring in new talent after losing LeBron James to Cleveland a couple of years ago. Coach Spoelstra said, how many teams, if you lose the best player in the game, can have a compelling team 13 months later? You know, Kevin, in Miami, they don't stay down for long.
Thank you, D.A. A championship caliber organization from the top down. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for C.J. Miles. And so Stuckey nails both of them.
Now, one thing about the Miami Heat is they always seem to find a veteran willing to come in and play on a bargain contract. I guess it is true that people tend to go towards the warmer weather.
Now here's Richardson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
And he also was really tenacious about attacking the D and creating wide open shots for his other guys. That's why his teammates love him.
And here are the Pacers now after the Heat pick up 2. Screen by Jefferson. And the wide open shot from Stuckey. No good on the triple. Well, we know Miami certainly a gorgeous setting. Brent, sand, sun, sea, things you enjoy in California.
Well, speaking of the sun, Kevin, did you see over there on the East Plaza of American Airlines Arena, they put up that sweet solar canopy. So energy efficient, and the Green Week has extended to green years down here in Miami. But Kevin, those things you mentioned sure do make it an attractive destination for the NBA free agents.
Now here's Brooks. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Well, that's one of his best attributes, is his passes hit guys in stride.
So both teams changing it up here. The Heat shooting their first free throw of the game. Hard to believe that Hassan Whiteside wasn't even in the NBA a few seasons ago. Brent took some time off, but what a find he has been since coming back into the league.
Well, it's been nice to see him re-engage and maybe turn around his attitude and work ethic and maybe wanting this at his size. You have to give credit to Whiteside for not giving up on himself and putting some of that work in to become the player he is right now.
Here's George following the basket by Derek Williams to stop the run. Here's Jefferson, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Just dirty work on the offensive boards there, rips it down and then tops it off with a strong putback.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Dragic. Over in the corner, Williams. Pass to Magruder. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Whiteside. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Al Jefferson.
Well, sometimes the D has no choice but to foul Whiteside and try to make him earn it.
This is his first free throw of the game. Free throw, good, Whiteside. And both free throws good from Whiteside.
Nice stroke from the line by Whiteside. You know, he's only going to get better from there with some practice.
The 3 from George. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so that's the end of the first half. Heat out front, ending the second quarter with a 13-4 run. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you guys are in control right now. How's that happen?
Well, I think we've been able to get to our pace. We've been active defensively, so we just have to maintain our focus and keep trying to be in attack mode, both ends of the court.
You guys are built for this, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd joining us for our halftime report. Ernie Johnson with the illustrious Kenny the Jet. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. Some good action during the period, as it was just a one-point game at the end of one. Defensively and offensively, they improved quite a bit in the second quarter, and they've got a nice 8-point halftime lead to show for it. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Heat first half.
I like their commitment to that inside game, boy. Get it inside to the post. Got to be scoring in the post, splashing to the basket. Just shoot the high percentage shot. No jumpers, no threes. They're being a more aggressive team, the more physical team. They're definitely going to win this game, Ernie.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Pacers.
Well, obviously, they were outshot. I thought they mailed it in too many times in terms of their effort. People weren't moving, they weren't screening, and they definitely weren't hustling. They need to hit the ground running to be competitive in the second half, or they could get blown out.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway. We'll see you after the game.
As we return to South Florida, a fantastic view of that famous stretch of sand, Miami Beach. The second half just about to get going here. One guy who's been getting it done is Derek Williams.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Well, showed great discipline and only took good shots. So we'll see if he can keep that decision-making up here in the third.
Grant, the importance of the three-pointer growing and growing. Some worry it's becoming too prominent. What do you think?
I'm enjoying the game. I'm getting a little jealous.
I think everybody is, though.
Yeah,
right?
I'm getting a little jealous that I didn't play in this era. But interesting the way that coaches are seeking out the three-point line and in turn trying to create more space for the guys that can do more than just shoot threes, Kevin. So having versatility between 1 and 4, a great screen setter that can roll and command some attention of the defense to suck in the defense. We always talk about the accordion of the defense, bringing them in, pulling them out, and taking advantage. I like the three-point shot. It's here to stay. Just don't mention 4. Don't mention the 4-point shot.
But some are.
Yeah, let's not go there.
They've got Winslow. Whiteside is out there with Luke Bennett. Then there's Dion Waiters, and it's Dragic in at the point. It's the group on the floor for Miami.
Perfect positioning, and you know he will knock that look down more times than not. Just didn't connect there.
Pass to Young. They grab their own miss, and it's blocked by Whiteside. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. There's a good screen. Waiters passes to Whiteside.
And there's no doubt that every offense thinks about Hassan Whiteside and what he can do to you on the defensive end of the floor. He bothers so many shots with his height and his length. His timing to go up and swat shots away is just unprecedented. Nice to have a big man in the league that does things like that on that end of the floor.
And he makes the first. A different look for Miami. Josh Richardson comes in for Winslow, and it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic. The Pacers also changing it up. Al Jefferson is checked in for Miles Turner, and Robinson III comes in for George, and Brooks subbed in for Teague. He's perfect from the line this time. 1:52 left to play in the third. Young sets a screen for Brooks. Here's the teardrop. He can't get that one. And Miami the other way now. And thinking again on Whiteside, Brent, that is what sticks out to me. His ability to time up blocks with his height is something you very rarely see.
Well, the one thing, Kevin, he does so well is the long arms. He keeps them down and then extends them as quick as possible to get to the ball. And I think that offensive players don't realize he's got a chance to get to him. That's why he's one of the league leaders in block shots.
They are just killing them on the interior.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, offensively, they got all the momentum behind them, got the D on the ropes, and they just kept throwing haymakers.
Johnson, he's checked in for Miami. Lavoy Allen's checked in for the Pacers. C.J. Miles comes in for Aaron Brooks. .114 left in the third. Allen, a screen on Johnson. Ellis outside. Offensive rebound, Pacers. Off target from the baseline. The Heat leading by 10. To the inside, Johnson. It's rebounded by Indiana. Jefferson's got his third rebound tonight. Will not go. This is off the front iron. For Miami, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Johnson kicks to Johnson. He feeds it to Richardson. Stolen by Robinson. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Near the three-point line, it's Ellis. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Ellis has got 4 this quarter. The Heat shooting 47%, pretty solid. Now here's Waiters. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Jacks up a 3. Can't connect. And we've reached the end of the third. Miami ahead, up by 8. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say to his team.
All right, put together 3 or 4 stops in a row. Come on, just concentrate on good basketball right now.
Compressing it down to these few minutes, Eric Spoelstra asking his guys to focus in defensively.
And talking to one another, quicker rotations, the help has to be there on time if they want to come up with these stops.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Pacers, Teague and Stuckey are the guard tandem. George and Young are the forwards. And it's Turner in at center, locking down the middle. Here's Magruder. Thaddeus Young picking up that last basket. Here is Whiteside. Pass to Magruder. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Now, I don't know if he just lost sight of the lines on the floor, but he seemed perfectly oblivious to where he was on the court, guys.
The Heat making a switch here. Babbitt's checked in. And Indiana with a change here, too. Ellis is checked in. Here's Ellis. George with the ball. Sinks that one from the post.
Great move to get to the rim. I think they're going to take the aggressive approach down the stretch.
And you have to be. That's the approach you always want. Don't settle for the jumpers. Pound it inside.
Outside Dragic. He gets that one. And the Heat lead by 6.
He really did a nice job of getting the ball into an area where good things tend to happen, and they did.
Turner with the screen. And here's George for 3. The shot, no good. The Heat go the other way with it. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Magruder. Whiteside kicks to Babbitt. Right side a screen. Here's Babbitt. Clock at 6. Unloads from 9. Unable to get that one. Ellis with some nice D. Here's George. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. Dion Waiters checked in for Miami. He's able to hit the second one, and that brings them within 5.
Now, the team's struggling to come back. He really wanted all of those free throws.
Whiteside kicks to Dragic. Back to Whiteside. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
Well, that's certainly a part of Hassan Whiteside's game that he's been working on. If he's getting that jumper to go, unguardable.
It's Young on the wing. No good on the 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
At the line for the Pacers, Jeff Teague, 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that trims the lead to 6.
Well, Jeff Teague, one of the more calm players at the line, always looks to be in control.
And so Teague gets 2 free throws.
And good aggressive basketball on that trip, drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
And he commits the intentional foul. They double him with George. Whiteside dishes to Waiters. And they go to the intentional foul. drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
And while Dragic doesn't get to the free throw line all that often, when he does, he's usually pretty good.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
And those attempts right now at the charity stripe are helping them pull away.
And the Pacers call time here. They're losing by 7. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and the Pacers can't get it to go.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Kicks it to Waiters. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Young outside, unloads. Another miss by Young.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
And even though he's been on a roll tonight, that one was a bit forced.
And so it's Miami winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Warren. A pretty good performance you put on tonight in front of the fans.
Yeah, great view for us, for our fans. They were amazing. Because this kind of games is really enjoying to play. And we are hustling on every play, defense and offense. And, you know, I'm really happy that we won that game.
Yeah, I know that's what you thought it would be like when you got here, and it was like that tonight. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we send you now over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you so much, Kevin. And with this one in the books, we're ready to present our Hassan Whiteside.
He had a solid night from the field. He showed great focus, hit on over 50% of his attempts, and made many of those shots with guys draped all over him.
When you talk about Whiteside, you're talking about a guy capable of putting up 20-20 every single night. We've seen him do that more than a few times, and he's going to keep doing it. His rebounding is fantastic. He's always around the ball. And his timing is outstanding. This guy has great shot blocking instincts.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
Yeah. It's a long line at the buffet, though.
Shout out to the T-Pose, man.
Oh,
I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.